Hello and welcome back to the Cryptic Twist. I'm your host Alex Jones, and today we're going to be looking at Daily Mail Cryptic Crossword from the 26th of May. Let's get started. So with all Cryptic Crossword clues, we're going to be looking for a definition as part of our clue, and then some second clue, be that a second definition, some wordplay or similar in the clue as well. So 4 across, talk about short field event. So I think field event here is going to be our definition. If we talk about something, you might discuss it. Sorry, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, no, I got it the wrong way around. So our definition is going to be field event, but discuss, it's going to be D-I-S-C-U-S. We're going to make that short. We're going to take off the last letter to get discus, meaning field event. That gives us 3 crossing letters. That's a good start. Let's go with this C first of all, because it's a little bit shorter, and I'm hoping that makes the clue easier. Company accepting communist belief. So company could be shortened to CO, could be shortened to firm, but we've got this CO. I think that's going to be, because we've got this C here, I think it's going to be CO. And if a word accepts another, we're going to take a word inside of it. So CO and a communist. It could be the name of a communist. Che Guevara, Lenin are potentials. In this case, I think it's going to be a description of communists in general. If you are a communist, you might be referred to in 1950s America anyway as a red. So that gives us credo, which does mean belief, your credo. Let's look that one up in the dictionary, shall we? Credo, a statement of the beliefs or aims. Yeah, perfect. We've got 2 crossing letters there, but let's go with this this S starter and try and get a second one in there to make that bit easier. Women all set to change. So to change could be an anagram indicator. All set is the right number of letters, so I'm guessing that our definition here is woman. Maybe it's the name of a woman, like a first name. Maybe it's a word that means woman, although I'm not seeing what it could be if it's a direct synonym. All set. Oh. I'm not seeing it. I mean, SAL could be Sal, but where does the other LET go? Salet? Saltal? Yeah, I'm not seeing that one. I think we have to rely on some crossing letters to demonstrate that it could be that anagram, and to see where that might go. Cook one way or another. That's about right. So I'm thinking we're looking for a word meaning another, and we're going to put it around right. And right can be abbreviated to R, as in left and right. So I'm thinking that our R is either there or there. And what could that be for cook one way? Oh, I'm not seeing that one either. Okay, let's go back up to... We haven't tried 5 down yet, so let's give it perhaps I belong in base. Perhaps could be an anagram indicator. I belong is the right number of letters. If something is base, then it is ignoble. Let's look that one up. Ignoble, not honourable in character or purpose. Yeah, that feels... If something is base, it would also be not honourable. Okay. Does that give us any clues for this? Cook one way or another. Boil? Yeah, okay. So what this is telling to do, it's not telling us to take literally the word another and find a synonym for that. It's telling us to take, so our definition here is cook, or cook one way, and the answer there is broil. It's taking us to take another word that means cook, in this case boil, and put it about the letter R. Broiling, I think, it's a very American term. I think is it the same as putting it under a grill by exposure to direct heat? Yeah, so kind of putting it, yeah. I think it's like putting it under a grill. Well, we've got the S, we've got the L. Italian birds with no stuffing. So I'm guessing this is a word for an Italian. And I'm guessing it's got the word no stuffing inside another word meaning birds. So given that we've got this N here and that no would be inside, I think the only place where we can put that is there. So if it was no there, it would be at the beginning, it wouldn't be inside, it wouldn't be stuffing it. Same with the end. And then birds, plural, makes me think this could be plural. But that doesn't work with our Salial set, does it? What cities are there in Italy that you would describe someone as being from? Venice, Rome, Tuscany, Neapolitan, and Napoli. Again, not seeing it. The dog for a pugilist or pugilist. So my first thinking here was dog. Pug is in the word pugilist, but I think that's just a misnomer. Pugilist is a fighter, a boxer, isn't it? So because boxer is also a dog, I think this is just a double definition. Let's look at pugilist, just demonstrate that. A boxer, especially a professional one. Excellent. And that gives us 3 down clues here, along with an X, which is weird. Bosnia's capital, probably B, held by a vigilant prince. So we've got our B, and that is held inside a word for vigilant. So the B is exactly where we expect. Now we just need to work out what that word for vigilant might be. Aware? Or work out what prince might have a B there and back engineer this. Film star. Seen in dress circle. So there's only 5 letters, so our opportunity for synonyms here to build a charade is going to be fairly low. So dress. If we've got dress, it can only be a maximum of 3 letters, then there's not many things it can be. Circle actually could be just the letter O. It looks like a circle, so they're synonymous. In that case, we could be looking for a word that's 4 letters long for dress, meaning film star. And with the R and the B, I think we could go for garbo. Garb meaning your clothing, how you are dressed. Gives us a G there, gives us an O there. Let's go for this X. Long skirt on mother. How could that X be in there? We've got 2 short words here, on and is. Of the 2 of them, on feels like it might be more positional. Putting something that means a long skirt, maxi skirt, on a word that means mother, and that gives us a word that means the greatest. So on feels positional and is feels more linking in this context. So long skirt's a maxi skirt, mum is mother, maximum meaning the greatest. Yeah. Not necessarily the greatest in the sense of that is the thing that is the best, but the greatest in terms of a mathematical notation, the biggest. Okay. Odd post for fictional barrister. I mean, a fictional barrister could be rumpole. We've got the M and the O. And odd can mean rum, and post could be pole. It's a rum affair, for example, and then a post or a pillar could also be referred to as a pole. And rumpole of the Bailey is what we're looking for. Bosnia's capital. I mean, that could be aware, couldn't it? What does aware give us? No. Part of Ulster. Recollected by Graham. So Graham is 6 letters, and a first name is unlikely usually to be your definition. Recollected could mean that we're going to collect those letters in a different way, recollect them, so it could be an anagram indicator. So then what is part of our Ulster? I'm thinking it could be Armagh. And while I've got no idea how to spell it, at least I've got the letters to play with to try and get it in a way that looks like it. Armagh is a city in Northern Ireland. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I mean, aware continues to look okay, doesn't it? In terms of the crossing letters. Arbare doesn't feel good though. I'll sit on that one and think about it. True men is false. True men is false. This is a very short clue. I'm noting that true men is 9 letters. False could be an anagram indicator, but we're using all of the words there. So this would have to be an and lit, a clue where the whole, substantially all of the clue is the definition, and substantially all of the clue is the definition as well. Let's assume that it is a and lit. What would we have? So this E here could give rise to a ENT ending. Misconstruer. No, none of the right letters. It's got to be false. Misunderstand. No. Oh. I'm not sure. So we'll come back to that when we've got some more crossing letters. Catchphrase of the day there. Extra snake almost died. So I think we're looking for a word for a snake, and we're taking a part of it. Snake, I'm pretty sure, is going to be part of our wordplay, because I can't think of anything that could mean extra snake or snake almost died. So the question here is snake the front of the wordplay or the back of the wordplay? I'm not sure. You know what, 15 down would be really good to get in terms of crossing letters, wouldn't it? Repeat the usual piffle. Don't know. I'm guessing that it's going to be a 3-letter word that means the usual twice, so repeated, and that will mean piffle. But what could that be like? Feels like a sort of Boris Johnson style whiff waff. Almost doesn't feel right. It might not be that. I might be reading that clue incorrectly. What else have we got then? So we did that. We looked at that one. Leaving the mountain when there is less traffic. If you're leaving the mountain, you're going downhill. You're going... Leaving the mountain. The mountain could be MT to shorten it, as in mount something. Of course, we might be taking a word for a hill, so there's lots of those. Hill itself is short. Downhill, tore, ben, hit by a vehicle. I'd guess that there's like a word for hit and then a word for a vehicle, so maybe car or something at the end. I'm not seeing it. Let's move on to 22. Perch or pole fixed in foundation. So perch, it could be somewhere where a bird sits, or it could be a fish. I'm guessing that perch is our definition. or pole fixed in foundation. Pole, north, south, east, west, maybe. Single letters N-E-S-W. Have that fixed in. It's inside a word for a foundation, like a base. Perch, could that be a part of the bass family? Like I think that's how you spell bass rather than that. I quite like base as an idea, but I'm not seeing the rest of it. Alright, let's move on. Openers for Australia. So the opener for Australia would be A, but it's worth noting that openers is plural. So Australia maybe could be AM. In cricket match, a cricket match could be a test. We can put am inside test, this in indicating that to give us tamest, which is providing fewest thrills. So yeah, openers in cricket, maybe. In cricket match, providing fewest thrills. Tamest is our definition. We've got am, inside test, perfecto. Fine stranger has straw to eat. I'm not seeing what this could be. Fine could be a fee or a levy or something. But if we're using that as wordplay, then our definition is to eat or straw to eat fodder. Yes, that is right. So fodder is a word, it's like animal feed. And we're getting that fine is being abbreviated to F. And so stranger isn't the noun, a stranger. It is the adjective, that cup is stranger than that cup. Don't know why a cup would be strange. Ignore the word there. So stranger means odder. That gives us straw to eat. The question mark there was making me think that could be the definition, but I wasn't seeing what it could be. That gives us 3 crossing letters down here, which is good because we just got to the end of the crosswords. Giving up on account. So give up on account of square on Monopoly board. I mean, square on Monopoly board could be go. And we've got square or account of square here. That could mean give up. If you give up something, you forego something. But I don't think that feels right. Also, forego might have an E in it. No, that is right. If you account... If you account... I mean, I can't use the word account in the sense I would use for without also using the word for. If you account for something, then you are for something. So let's assume that this is an R for a second and see if that helps here. So a foundation could be a rest. Could be a root, which would give us roost. So I had rest, and from there I was looking at pole to see if I could fit a letter in to give it, so that roost could be it. So then backtracked to, okay, well S is our pole, so root is. That makes forego look more likely, doesn't it? Does that do, if we do the same trick here, does that do anything? Leaving the mountain. Off hill, off. Maybe we'll keep it. We'll keep it in mind, I think. 18 down. Material used for some garden implements. For some, or rather the word some here I think is a hidden indicator. Inside garden implements we do have DENIM, which just is the word denim, which is a material. This is our first hidden that we've had today, isn't it? Okay. Fish on river, or one on ice, perhaps. Skater. So skate is a type of fish. We're putting that on river, which can be abbreviated to R in sort of map terminology. And one on ice, perhaps, would be a skater. So that's our definition. Repeat the usual piffle we've tried. Piffle could be rot, but rot feels... I can't remember if I said it earlier, I just thought it, but rot doesn't feel right. That's what I was thinking of specifically when I said this feels like it could be a Boris Johnson style whiff-waff, made up word sort of thing. In diets or otherwise. Otherwise, could that be an anagram indicator? Diets or feels like it could be. Diets or feels like a weird turn of phrase, and it's the right number of letters, and we've got a D and an O. So the word that, so the question then is our definition going to be drug? And then present in is going to be our linking between the two sides of the clue. Or is our definition going to be drug present? I think it's, looking at this, I think that's going to be steroid, isn't it? So it's going to be, our definition is just going to be drug, steroid. Okay. Boring man. Man could be the name of a man. I quite liked on first reading this, boring man being the definition and having like dentist or carpenter or something, someone who bores into something, but I don't think that's what we're going to get. Promises to pay could be, so a promise to pay could be an IOU, so promises to pay plural could be IOUS. So boring would have to end in that. Could be tedious, which would mean our man is Ted. So yeah, that feels good. Getting some good crossing letters on this one now, so when we come back for our second pass, I think that's going to be better. Colourful instrument for the beginner. I'm not sure which side of the clue is which here. Colourful instrument for the beginner. I mean, for the just feels like it's linking in some way, but is it linking wordplay to wordplay or wordplay to definition? I think I'll leave that one for now and come back. Woman all set to change, we've tried. Bosnia's capital, we tried. Okay. Let's come back to some bits with good crossing letters. So, almost died. If we took out either the I or the D, we could get it. Alternatively, if we had the name of a snake, an adder, that could work as well. Died, I think, in like obituaries or on a tombstone might just be D, so that could be this one. So actually taking adder, we can get added. If something is added on, it's an extra piece, so that feels like we've got that one. True men is false. Well, the ending that we were thinking of earlier clearly doesn't work. This feels like it needs to be a vowel. We've only got two to play with, I or U, because we've got the E up here. What if the definition here could be repeat, and our wordplay is the usual piffle? So we said rot for this bit down here, and the usual could be par, giving us parrot. Okay, that feels good. Ran down. Not ran, this is present tense, so run down. It turns out this is a double definition rather than wordplay. So if you're hit by a vehicle, you're run down. If a building has not been cared for, then it's becoming run down. Okay. leaving the mountain when there is less traffic. With an E and a K, this suddenly feels like it's going to be peak. In terms of traffic, if something is off peak, then it's going to be quieter. So again, this is double definition, I think. If you're leaving the mountain, you're going off peak. Maybe that's a little spurious. Maybe that's more of wordplay. Leaving could be off, mountain could be peak. That doesn't give us any extra letters there. We've got some here now. Colourful instrument. A beginner could be a novice, a starter. An amateur. If a colour that can indicate someone is new to something could be green. Greenhorn would be a colourful instrument. Can greenhorn mean? Greenhorn feels like it could be indicate a beginner. I'm thinking sort of cattle or similar, but like cowboying. Person who's new or inexperienced. Okay, so we've got that. So this gives us this then, doesn't it? Italian birds, geese, Genoese, yes. Okay, so the Italian here is the Genoese person, and we've got geese as our birds, G-E-E-S-E, with no stuffing it inside. Okay. Oh, so then our woman all set to change is going to be Stella. Oh, this really comes together when you've got the crossing letters. That there, the F, makes that definitely feel like it could be forego. So giving up on account. So on account of, we're saying is for. Square on Monopoly board is go, and that gives us forego. Yeah. We've got a lot of the crossing letters here now. What else can we do? True men. So where could an R go? R doesn't look like it can go there. Doesn't feel like it can go there. Maybe it could go there if that's sort of one syllable and then another, but I think here is the most likely. U. Oh, mutineers. No. Because we haven't got double E. No, we do. Mutineers. Okay. So true men is false. Is an anagram. And describing a mutineer as a true man, or true men because it's plural, would be false, which is why it works as a clue. Okay. So I think we've got there. We just need this one then. Bosnia's capital held by vigilant prince. Aware still seems good, doesn't it? Let's do a check that there isn't a prince. It doesn't look like it, does it? Alright, I'll have a little think about this one and we'll see what we get. Okay, so aware does work, but alert gives us the same A and E and does mean that we've got Albert. So I think that's what we're going for. And that should then complete the grid. Let's see what we've got. Okay, yeah, we got there. So on this one then, yeah, I think that was another very fair cryptic crossword by Michael Curl. Without too much trouble. I think that Albert, we should have got that one earlier. But generally, I think, it wasn't too bad. Maybe there were some that we should have seen on the first pass rather than the second. Maybe I should have trusted myself on forego a little bit more. But I think we understood all of the clues in this one, unless I'm missing something. So, yeah, not a bad go. If you liked what you saw, do like and subscribe. Yeah, until next time, thank you very much.